Hey girl. Hello Aries, how are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca and I'm going to be doing your weekly love reading. Now, I say it for all my readings, rely on your intuition, you know your situation better than I ever could because put it in perspective, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards, right? But if this message is of resonance to you in any way, I would love for you to let me know in the comments below. I love keeping up with you guys and y'all's lives, because that's why I do this, right? I like to be able to help people, so being able to like watch people's lives progress and just I don't know, develop in their beautiful way. I like hearing about it. I would also appreciate it if you do enjoy my readings to give me a like and subscribe because it does help me out a lot and I am super appreciative of it when you guys do that for me. And yeah, let's just jump into this reading. I also do weekly general readings where like if it touches on love in a relationship, then I let it flow, but they're just general messages really for the most part for your week, and I'll put it up here somewhere so you can check that video out as well. I do both of these weekly, but I like to have relationships in their own category now, especially so we can deep dive into this and get better perspective than we ever could get in the other video. So with this, I pulled the Lalil angel, the angel of night. So I kind of associate this card with being like the moon card, Aries. I feel like something is in the process of being revealed to you, or something may have already been revealed to you. It could be very either or energy. Let's break this down a little bit. Actually, I feel like I feel like a level of anxiety, Aries, has been going on with this dynamic with your person. But I see things looking up. If they haven't already started looking up for you, Aries, I say this because we have the Nine of Air. The Nine of Air, Aries, talks about expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies. This is literally just anxiety. This is the card of anxiety. This is the Nine of Swords, by the way, outside of the elements, if you're curious. So yeah, this is like the energy of like anxiety. And since it is under the Angel of Night, Lalil, I don't even know how you say their name. This is letting me know like that's what like you're staying up at night, you're just having anxiety over like kind of like the unknown, right? You just don't know how some type of event is going to pan out with your person, or like maybe what it is that they're thinking or feeling on a certain thing. Maybe you're thinking about sending like a risky text, or just saying like putting yourself out there in a vulnerable way, and so that's what's giving you stress. But I feel things looking up in a beautiful way, and like panning out in a nice way for you, Aries, because we have the Three of Water for you on your side. And this is a celebratory card. This is a card of trying to spirits asking you to just relax a little bit. Three of Swords comes in. Yeah, maybe you, I feel like, Aries, you have to be careful with this connection, or with any type of connection in your life. I know this is talking about in terms of your person, but with how this is starting to pan out already, I can kind of familiarize myself with this storyline. It seems as if like you're having all this anxiety, having all these sleepless nights, right, during the night with your person, the Queen of Earth, because of like past traumas, past pains that you've experienced. And I'm going to call you out right now where it's like, one, everyone does it, right? It's kind of like a normal thing for people at some point in their lives to have this kind of habit. But don't treat this as like a reality, Aries. Don't allow yourself to succumb to this pain. You know, we all go like, you're gonna get some tough love from me, from SimplyVelca on TV. So we all go through stuff, including your person, Queen of Earth. We all go through something. You're not unique in that situation. Your situations and the details of it may be unique, but reality is we all go through our pains. We all deal with crappy people. And the thing is, I feel like what would be causing some of this anxiety is because you're expecting partially the worst in this other person, right? You're kind of like feeding energy into a really extremely negative narrative, Aries. The card itself says sleepless nights, right? I really feel it's like, and I don't feel like you're doing this on purpose, like you don't respect this individual, right? Obviously you're interested in them. Obviously there's some level of investment because of you being interested in this like, right? You know your situation, but you kind of have to face the facts. Would you want someone else to treat you? Would you want your Queen of Earth to treat you in a way because of someone's past pains? Now, that doesn't mean that you can't be compassionate towards it, right? That doesn't mean you can't acknowledge its existence, but put it in perspective. It's not fair to this other person to have to deal with this, we'll just call it baggage, right? I'm going to speak bluntly in this regard because I feel like this is a really good connection, and I do feel as if Aries, like, your mentality is going to be what potentially sabotages this, right? Because you have the Nine of Cups in reverse. It's almost as if you can't find, like, even when you guys are good, if you guys have connected before, it's like you can't fully just allow yourself to be happy in this connection, or just in general, because it's like you're constantly referencing a past pain, Aries. And it sucks, yeah, but it's one of those things where you can't fall victim to it. Don't, just because you practice this, right? That's part of your traits. Like, you can acknowledge your traumas. Like, the moment you can acknowledge, like, where you're being triggered and, like, where your issues are and stuff that you need to work on, at that point you have no excuse not to work on it, right? And that's really what Spirit's trying to get across to you, Aries, is that this is a really good connection, but it doesn't matter what connection they bring to you, what your spirit guides bring to you, what your guardian angels, like whoever brings to you in your life, there's always going to be this level of self-sabotage that you have because it's like you were hurt in the past. That's ridiculous. If I want to be blunt here, it's just like, it upsets me when people stop themselves from having fulfilling relationships and throwing such beautiful relationships, which are extremely rare, to the side because of a past thing. You wouldn't want to be treated in that way. You would want someone to be like, well, I'm not that person, I am whoever, right? And put it in that perspective. I know you're not purposely trying to do this, and maybe you're not aware of it, but you're doing this, but that's kind of like the energy that I see here. Because this Queen of Earth, right? This Queen of Earth, you may be getting triggered by them because they're just not going at it from an approach that you're comfortable with. But just because you're not comfortable with it doesn't mean that they're doing something wrong either, right? Now, I'm not trying to, like, roles can obviously be reversed in this situation, but it's like, I feel almost as if, like, your pain's being triggered by someone acting in a way that you could kind of relate to, like, a past pain. But that's not to say, like, how would I put this? Like, maybe, like, your past relationship, you dealt with a narcissist and who would ghost you all the time if they said something that you didn't like, that you said something that they didn't like, rather, or constructive criticism, right? If you tried to give constructive criticism to your past relationship and they were a narcissist and they always just responded badly, like, you at that point would just be triggered by any type of constructive criticism because your fight or flight would be triggered. And so that's why you end up sabotaging this connection, these deep potential long-term connections. And I do, like I said it earlier, I do feel like this affects more than just this relationship. Here's the thing, because I say this because it's like you keep on having threes comes forward. You have this Three of Pentacles coming forward. You have this Three of Swords coming forward. You have Three of Water coming forward. You have Nine of Air coming forward, which is it goes 3 goes into 9. What's the word for it? I don't know. This is a tarot reading, not a math class. But you know what I mean? It's gonna be on my mind. But do you know what I mean in this regard? I feel as if it's being covered in this reading of this habit, but I do feel like it goes so much deeper than just this person, right? I feel like this Queen of Earth can just be the representation of any relationship in your life that's not functioning in your comfort zone. And just because it's not in your comfort zone, I guess is what I'm trying to say, does not mean that's necessarily a red flag. If anything, if you are starting to get uncomfortable with something, maybe it's time to start self-reflecting, be like, well, why am I feeling uncomfortable by it? That doesn't necessarily mean that they're in the right with their actions, right? You can still very well be triggered by something that's going on with this person, and maybe they're not doing something right. But I still feel like you can make something a teaching opportunity. I think I kind of said this and covered this in your weekly general reading as well. Page of Coins. Yeah, this is kind of like a newbie, like, here's the thing. With this Queen of Earth, Earth represents Pentacles as well. Coins, that's like your stability, right? That's already like in your earthly desires almost. And so with this Page of Coins, pages represents the start of a new beginning. So this is kind of like Spirit telling you, if you want this situation to work with this Queen of Water, you need to approach this from viewing this as like a new journey of a relationship, right? This other person doesn't even need to know it, right? Your relationships in your life don't need to know that you're going to, like, wake up the next day or after you close this reading out and you think about it for a week or two. Your friendships and connections don't have to know that you're going to start processing and like functioning in the friendship in a different way and the connections in a different way. This could just be like a new beginning for you and how you will view the relationships in your life. And I feel like it would be invaluable to you. I know a lot of you guys came in here for just like a love reading and trying to get the gossip, trying to get the tea on this, but like I'm gonna speak bluntly to you because I really do see like such a potential for like for this relationship in specific that you came here for, that you had in mind. But I don't know, I see this pattern here and it upsets me. Like I feel like you guys may not be aware of it because it's I don't know. So I really want, like, even if it upsets you, I want to be that person. And I'm getting like, I don't know why I'm getting emotional over it, but it's like 10 of Cups, right? 10 of Cups is the best card in the deck. So it's like, why am I crying? It's like once you do address this part in yourself, and that's kind of what shadow work is, right? It's kind of like the embodiment of shadow work, or where it's like you work on yourself for the other relationships in your life, so you don't start projecting your insecurities, your shadow onto other people. And it's just like, come on now. It's like with Hangman as well. You get a new perspective, and it's through this new perspective, this new approach, that you have the best relationship card in the deck. You have like that fulfilling family connection. And again, take note, it's not just one singular person. There's several party members in here, right? 6 of Swords, Wands, everything. Like, I feel like this encompasses, it just goes so much deeper than just like this relationship. And I do feel like with this person, there's potential. Like, I just feel like there's a lot of connect, but I feel like that's the case for a lot of your connections. And yeah, I honestly don't feel drawn to pull any more cards because I feel like this alone is going to be a lot to take in perhaps. But I really do hope this was helpful to you, Aries. And I do apologize if I was a little bit too aggressive in that regard, but I just want to be able to help you guys in your situation. So I love you guys so much. If this was helpful to you in any type of way, again, let me know in the comments below, and to give me a like and subscribe because I do appreciate it. But I love you so much, Aries. Bye.